place. There's such high quality of life, all these like opportunities, like access to market and all that. But then you can assemble any team you want immediately. That's some, and no tax on all of that, right? But in terms of the region, it's a no-brainer. In terms of the region, I mean, it's really pulling in some of the best talent and benefiting, unfortunately, from a lot of the unrest that's happening in the region, and has that strategic. But I think the full potential of Dubai is much more on the global scale, and so far it's kind of been realized on the regional level. But part of what we're trying to do as well is trying to do our part in raising the profile. So part of that kind of even that Google partnership, and Louis can shed some light on this, is that we've been finding different projects in different ways to be able to bring Dubai into the spotlight on a global level. And one of those areas is an upcoming program actually that we'll be doing here in December.
Yeah, so the program Muhammad is alluding to is a global travel program. And it's this year is one of 4 programs chosen globally by Google to be highlighted to bring startups from across the world to 4 cities, San Francisco, London, Dubai, and Seoul. Ours is travel, and we picked travel because travel is strategic industry for Dubai, and Dubai has some global travel brands, and it's very important for the country itself. We opened an application 4 weeks ago for startups from across the globe, pushed by a lot of our partners from the GFE network, the Google News Network. And we have applications from 40 different countries, maybe 20 different countries. This is a program that is 1 week in December. 10 startups are going to be selected. They fly in here, they come here for 1 week, and they meet with kind of like the who's who of the travel industry here to get connections, mentorship, and network between each other. The partners are Dubai Tourism, Emirates, Jumeirah, Careem, and Hafez Worldwide. Right, so the idea is this is not going to be a one-off program. We believe in the startup tech space, travel for Dubai is going to be actually very important. So this is going to be effective. It's globally competitive. And just like what Muhammad was saying is, to loop back to your question, the benefits of Dubai overall to become a tech hub for the region and for the super region is way outweigh the disadvantages. People mostly mention the cost of Dubai, and I usually say just compare Dubai to San Francisco.
The cost is exactly what I was going to bring up. So it is expensive, to live here, but it's also expensive to have a startup. I mean, if I were in the UK, I could register a company for, I don't know, like a tenth of the price that you could do it here. Can a student have a startup here? Is it feasible?
Well, I mean,
and the answer is yes, because I just met one.
Yeah. I mean, I think that it's becoming more and more accessible from a cost perspective, whether it's what we're doing or what others are actually doing, in order to bring down the cost of actually getting things rolling. I think that's going to become less and less of an issue as we go forward. And the market potential and is big, because it's a there's an interesting consumer market in the region, but also like a lot of the regional headquarters from a B2B standpoint. So I don't think we've begun to scrape the surface of startups that are really tackling these headquarters of all these multinationals that have like regional headquarters that are here to sell to them. If you're in San Francisco and you're trying to sell to a large corporate on some tech thing, it's like, come on, I've heard it 1,000 times. You can't even get a meeting. It's really difficult. It's so crowded. Here, wide open. All that's wide open. So,
what about female entrepreneurs?
No, super relevant question.
Yeah.
Super relevant question, and actually super important for Astrolabs itself. I mean, this has always, been important for us personally. But a couple of years ago, we started a program with the support of Google for entrepreneurs called GFE 40
Forward.
40 Forward, and it was 40 organizations globally that were committed, and like we pledged our commitment to increase the number of women entrepreneurs in the technology space. Of course, the topic is important for Google and lots of tech companies in the US, but it's important for us also because kind of like in the region, the potential of more tech women founders is huge. And that will only add to the advance, the rapid advancement of the region in the tech space.
And to the economy.
Yeah, absolutely. And we actually so I mean, I'll give one example. In Saudi Arabia, for example, we've had 4 programs. All 4 programs, by default, we chose venues that allow both genders.
Which was not easy, by the way.
Yeah.
So that was a challenge. Actually, one of the ones we ran a program in Khuba, in the eastern province, and we were struggling. I mean, in order to get a place there, we actually did the program in a women's center, and it was the first time they had men coming to the center for a program. So we're like super committed to it, and actually when we found that when we do it that way, and we actually created it in such a way that's inviting, we were surprised by the numbers. We actually, and like the sharpness, and like the interesting companies that are coming out of Saudi. You see some of you can check out our website actually at like Astrolabs/SOS, Scaling Online Startups, and you'll see pictures from like our programs in Saudi Arabia, and you'll see how many women were there, right? It's way more than what you'd see at a program in San Francisco for tech founders, I guarantee you, like in terms of percentage, like for sure. So that's also something when you tell people that's like, wow,